Okay, so what were you saying?
Well, I mean, so I was hungry and, I didn't have a lot of money and I'm thinking, I totally could go for some Papa John's, but it's all the way across the bridge. And then there was this dude and, oh shit, we're live. Hold on.
Oh shit!
Um,
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the YouTube Saints. It's Sunday. That's when we do the show.
yeah, we're actually coming to you this time. You might notice that I don't look quite as sharp, as resolute as I might normally, but I sound better, hopefully. And you can smash that one button if I sound better, because we're using Discord tonight. Because fuck Skype, fuck Skype. Just when life gives you lemons, say fuck Skype and use Discord, as the old saying goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like he was saying, we're testing this out tonight to see if using Skype's or Discord's video chat is gonna work better than Skype. So, but also to let you guys know, because we're trying to innovate, and well, I am. He is too. He does like the creative innovation. I do the technological innovation.
I write the shit.
I know.
I write the shit.
I know,
And
but I'm trying to do what Ben does with the Drunken Peasants, where like I'm actually showing the screen itself through the video chat to him. But I did have a crash earlier, so for some reason this goes down, we'll be back and we'll fix it. It'll be fine.
yeah, Jeff's to blame.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The video chat's like stuttering and shit too. It's weird.
Is it?
A little bit.
What do you guys think in the chat? Let us know. I mean, yeah, what is it? Wait, did I say one? Yeah, one if Discord's working, too. If you want the old Skype, if you want the good old days of terrible audio compression, and basically
or hit 3 if Nick should just grab Empress Quinn and move out to the West Coast, because it's the best coast.
That would be kind of difficult to represent my district from the West Coast, but it would be pretty funny at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
The representative from Manchester via Skype from Oregon.
Somebody says, can't notice the audio when Jeff looks like a lumberjack lesbian and Nick looks like he popped out of the 1920s. This is literally the only thing that I had left to wear after I was coming back from a wedding. I got to be the officiator for one of my best friends and his girlfriend, now his wife. It was a lot of fun.
I interviewed to be a circus ringleader today. Well, the position on Craigslist said ringleader, didn't say circus, and then I found out it was just about knocking over heroin dealers. But there were still clowns. So
on Craigslist?
Yeah, New Hampshire Craigslist is great. There's so many free. Honestly, you could look under the free section, and it's nothing but cocks.
That's true.
Birds, free birds for everybody. You have a filthy mind. You in the audience, why would you think I don't surf Craigslist for cocks? I stopped doing that in 2015.
So a couple of quick announcements. We did miss a Streamlabs last week from Giovanna Liviana, and she said movie night has to be no sooner than next week. Nick still owes me an impersonation of Gary Oldman as Dracula. Well, let me tell you, we did have movie night. We
learned that Rucka Ali's music actually has reached further out into the internet than we could have ever imagined.
That's true. That's very true. We watched Jonah, a VeggieTales story, which is pretty hilarious. Then we watched an E-fucked video. Then we put on the B movie. And then we did 10 minutes of B movie, 10 minutes of E-fucked. 10 minutes of B movie, 10 minutes of E-fucked. It
synced up like kind of scary well, I thought. It was like the transitions were pretty seamless all in all. I mean, in one scene you've got Jerry Seinfeld's B character licking the other character's ass, and then it was just some like porn slut trying to make a beehive or something. I got really lost, but it was a lot of fun. And also Rucka's music we heard featured in one of those glorious porn videos.
Am I gay? Am I gay? I guess. Yeah, no, I mean,
that was the trap one, wasn't it?
No. It was the example of excellent acting in a gay porno. It was pretty funny. But it turns, if you intersperse E-fucked with a family movie, it makes it take about 4 hours to watch a movie, but it turns it from a watching experience into like an entire different type of experience. It's like a full package.
It becomes participatory, especially when you start masturbating in front of all of your friends.
That's right.
Yeah. This show took a fast and hard turn, didn't it?
Fast and hard. Mouth also says, read some Muppet erotica, Nick, or make Jeff do it.
$50. $50.
No, remember Mouth sent us something.
Oh, I know. He was trying to actually crowdfund $50 to get me to read it.
Maybe once we have Oskar in with us, we'll just read it.
We'll just have Oskar read it with his beautiful Swiss accent.
Swedish.
And a Swedish accent. Then Miss Piggy took her curly tail and put it up Kermit's tight green butthole.
That's right. That's right.
That's some tasty shit.
That's exactly what it's about. By the way, to let everybody know, we've had this ticker, and the guy who made it for us fixed it. If you want to have like whatever horrible toxicity up here on the show, you can tweet with hashtag YTSaints, and it will pop up.
You can feel a bit like me, writing your own ticker lines off the top of your head, far later than you ought to be.
That's right. That's absolutely right. All right, let me see. I need to switch this over because we're gonna start with the news here in just a minute. But yeah, I'm glad I'm done with that wedding. Honestly, like it was a lot of stress. Yeah, a whole lot of stress.
Well, that's why the priesthood, it's a demanding profession.
Right. All right. Well, first up on the news tonight, we've got death toll in Nicaragua protests reached 273. Human rights group says.
Yeah. I picked this news item specifically because amidst everybody talking about Scarlett Johansson, everybody talking about Sacha Baron Cohen, Donald Trump, Brett Kavanaugh, Donald Trump, and that creepy Strzok guy who did the wonderful congressional hearing. Yeah, I hadn't heard anything about this. I didn't know that Nicaragua was on fucking fire, but yeah, apparently at least 273 people have died and 2,000 have been injured in the unrest that rocked Nicaragua since April. According to the human rights arm of the Organization of American States, OAS, the death toll includes 2 men killed Friday night in Managua in an hours-long attack by pro-government forces on protesters at the National Autonomous University in Nicaragua. The strongest protest holdout in the capital, said Pablo Abrao, executive secretary of the Inter-American... Abrao of the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights, part of the OAS. Now, I mean, 273 people killed in protests. That's...
Well, they're not half-assing it. You can give them that much.
Yeah, I mean, Venezuela, come on, step it up, guys. Yeah, I'm so glad there's no such place as hell.
yeah, we'd be destined for it at this point. Oh my god.
Yeah, or well, maybe this is hell. Like maybe there was like an actual better world out there, and then we ended up getting stuck as late night hosts for eternity. The protesters, who the government has labeled terrorists, surprise, had sought refuge inside a Catholic church, and at least one of them died inside the parish as the church was hemmed in by gunfire, Abrao said. The standoff at Divine Mercy Church was the latest in a series of violent clashes that started in April when the Nicaraguan government announced changes to the social security system regarding pensions. Can you imagine if this shit kicked off like it did here? It's like we hear about social security and pensions all the time. Right. Everyone's always trying to chop them up and feed them to dogs. Right. And yet here we are with like Nicaraguans, and they've made an announcement about changes, and now months-long protests resulting in thousands of injuries and hundreds of deaths. President Daniel Ortega, who has been in power for 11 years, backed down a few days later, but the government's heavy-handed repression of the protests and the rising death toll ignited a national movement demanding Ortega's resignation. So South America-ing yeah, pretty thoroughly here. They're riots, protests, all that. The government puts the death toll at 51. Can't trust the government. I got this official classified Kindle here. Says it's 271.
You've got the documents, huh?
Got the documents. I'm going to destroy this thing afterwards, mainly because it never holds a charge like it should. But yeah, the government put the death toll at 51, including 4 policemen who died last week in the department of Rio San Juan. The government has also said some national autonomous university students are hiding weapons inside the school to assault pro-government groups. During a recent standoff at a Catholic church in Diriamba, south of Managua, the government made similar claims and said the church was allowing protesters to hide guns inside. The Catholic Church of Nicaragua denied the allegations.
That's a recipe for a bad fucking time when they're like, we think you've got weapons hiding in the fucking church. Like, are you really...
In your school and in your church, yeah.
Yeah, are you gonna... Is the government gonna storm the church?
I am pretty sure...
That'll go well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that these terroristas, they're probably narcos too, because why not just label them as everything? It's the popular thing to do. But I'm pretty sure they're probably hiding a bunch of RPGs in a nursery somewhere. So I'm sure Ortega and his forces will be sure to go and root those out. Now, truth be told, I don't have a fucking clue about what's going on down there. I saw this little minor headline on CNN, buried beneath mountains of, oh my God, Donald Trump shat waffle parts today, kind of shit. And I had to just sort of wonder, like, how in the hell can 270 plus people die and 2,000 be injured in a series of months-long protests that nobody seems to give a shit about?
Oh, hey, check it out. So apparently they did storm the church. Okay. Somebody tweeted, they're shooting at the Divine Mercy Parish. There's a priest inside and several wounded. Stop the repression. Let's see. In the middle of the attack, representatives from the church, including Cardinal Leopoldo Jose Brenes Solorzano. Wow, okay, I want to say that again. Hang on. Cardinal Leopoldo Jose Brenes Solorzano. Fuck me. Okay, members Solorzano. Members of the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights and members of the Red Cross mediated with pro-government groups outside the parish, which led to the entrance late Friday of ambulances and emergency services. So it wasn't just a standoff. It wasn't just them shooting, it wasn't just them shooting and storming. It was a standoff where the cops weren't even like letting them get medical attention. That's cool.
Yeah, just go find a church and just Waco that shit,
Yeah.
That's how you handle shit. Now, I mean, I'm kind of surprised here because aside from them pointing out how all of this was sparked by changes to Social Security and pensions, there isn't really any context here about exactly what's going on. Because while I'm sure they're upset about changes to Social Security and pensions, something tells me there's probably a bit more going on here, especially when the responses to such end up with armed government forces shooting up a goddamn church.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be nice. All right, so DuPont says, I just quit a soul-sucking job. Could I get a pinkies up for the poor souls still working at the 119A? I think it's up to you, buddy. And cheers on getting out of that fucking job. Fuck that shit.
On the bigger and better things, yeah.
Tyler.
Better things.
Yeah. Tyler and Sabrina Paul. I'm used to when we're doing Skype, the audio compression meant that we would like cut each other out and shit, but we hear each other perfectly fine this entire time.
Yeah, we can even talk over each other like most live streams on YouTube.
That's right. What
are you talking about? What?
What I was trying to say is that if we're trying to talk about and we're talking over each other. Okay, anyway, fuck it. Tyler, Sabrina, Paul.
I will say that. I mean, I'm checking it out here I'm checking it out here, and it looks pretty good. I think I like Discord. Fuck you, Skype.
It's not bad. It's actually kind of working pretty good. Tyler and Sabrina Paul, I giggle every time you say pinkies up because that's a secret code for douchebag with a micro peen between my wife and I, usually used around noisy street racer frigates. Frigates, whatever a frigate is.
Frigates? I, too, am a fan of naval vessels.
Yes, but I like my boats to have size and curves. I'm a bit of a size queen when it comes to
Like
my
I like
vessels.
my boats like I like my women, owned by somebody else, sitting in a harbor.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that works. See? Look, I'm all about it.
All right. Next up, we got and this one hits pretty close to home for me, but it's a good thing to talk about because the more as this develops, the better off we are. The brain may clean out Alzheimer's plaques during sleep. If sleep deprivation puts garbage removal on the fritz, the memory robbing disease may develop. Neuroscientist Barbara Benlin studies the brain as Alzheimer's disease develops. When she goes home, she tries to leave her work in the lab, but one recent research project has crossed into her personal life. She now takes sleep much more seriously. Let's see. Since 2001, participants have been tested regularly for memory loss and other signs of the disease, such as the presence of amyloid beta, a protein fragment that can clump into sticky plaques in the brain. Those plaques are a hallmark of Alzheimer's, the most common form of dementia. Each person also fills out a lengthy questionnaire about their lives in the hopes that one day the information will offer clues to the disease. Among the inquiries, how tired are you? Some answers to the sleep questions have been eye-opening. Benlin and her colleagues identified 98 people from the registry who recorded their sleep quality and had brain scans. Those who slept badly, measuring by such things as being tired during the day, tended to have more A beta plaques visible on brain imaging. Now, this is good because one of the big problems that we have with Alzheimer's is we understand the mechanism of Alzheimer's. These plaques and other buildups of these amyloid beta proteins cause irreparable damage to the brain. But the thing that we have trouble with is finding out why exactly this is happening and what exacerbates it versus what is going to mitigate it. So knowing that something to do with exhaustion or our sleep cycles, however our endocrine system changes when we're in sleep versus when we're awake, is a really important step to maybe helping to like really narrow it down and figure out why this happens, like the real true why. So I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, it's kind of a trip too to wonder. I mean, like, because if sleep is that like vital in terms of warding off Alzheimer's, for instance,
Right.
that in and of itself seems to be just like another very serious condemnation of the kind of lives we're often so forced to lead. Lots of people go without sleep because of work, family obligations, all this shit. The busy, hectic, crazy life we all are kind of forced to lead, the whole rat race thing.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's found out that, like, the whole merit is virtue to sacrificing yourself in that manner is actually causing things or aiding in the growth of things like Alzheimer's, like, wow, maybe it's time to get back to the earth,
Right. Well, it's crazy too because like the one of the weird things with Alzheimer's is they've developed certain treatments to kind of like stave it off a little bit, but the one that I think I don't think it's like widely available, but they have done human trials where they actually have an implant that they put in your head and it slowly releases a certain type of, I think it's a certain type of protein that basically blocks whatever it is that makes the plaques build up. The problem with it is, in order to get this implant, they have to go through the roof of your mouth, between your eyeballs and into your middle brain and inject it there. Now, I can't think of anything more invasive than that, except for maybe a dick swab. That's
going to be, yeah, it's just going to be one of these things where it's like, well, congratulations, we treatment for Parkinson's to help ward that off. But what's it involved? Well, we put a garden hose up your ass, and that's the only way we can get up to your brainstem in the correct fashion to put this tiny little microchip in there.
Exactly.
No to Parkinson's. Hashtag say no to Parkinson's.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Holy shit, man. That stuff squicks me out.
Well, I figured too. One thing, I'm doing more news shit on my own channel, so I don't want to go, I don't want to go blowing my load here on Saints every week. There's a paywall for that. That's,
That's right.
but at the same time, I mean, like, science news is it's not just important, it's also fascinating, and it's the kind of thing that reminds you that, like, you can read the news and not come away from it necessarily thinking that we deserve to be wiped out by a fucking comet.
It is.
That's most
nice.
of the news.
It's kind of nice when you get that, yeah.
Yeah, and actually, like, and on that same note too, I mean, with so right now we're seeing, like, they're developing new understandings of Alzheimer's. Maybe hopefully it'll lead to treatment or preventative measures, or maybe who knows where it'll go. New knowledge is always good knowledge. But that's good news. And so, to avoid depressing you, because this is Sunday night and many of you have to get up and go to work tomorrow, it's depressing enough as it is, we're going to end the news segment with some good news. This is good, fun news. This is heartwarming, special interest, human interest shit. But fuck it. You can use some of that in your life.
There we go. Veteran-run business is left destitute when equipment is stolen, but people spend $15,000 to replace it.
Yeah, this is a cool one. When Cody Nichols discovered that someone had stolen several $1,000s worth of equipment from his veteran-run landscaping business, he feared the worst for his employees. The former Marine had started the company called Our Troop Services, so he could hire fellow vets who were having trouble adjusting to civilian life. He and his employees normally work on fences, construction, lawn care in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But their work came to a halt back in May when somebody robbed them of their equipment. The crew tried to fulfill their lawn contracts by using push mowers on acres and acres worth of greenery, but they soon fell behind on the work. Okay, this is why you want to hire vets, right? I mean, oh shit, our rider mowers are gone. Well, break out the fucking push mowers that we got from Goodwill.
That's right.
We gotta get this shit done. Acres and acres of greenery. Little did they know, though, that a nonprofit called Soldiers Wish had heard about the predicament and had already begun rallying people to assist the small business. People came out of the woodwork wanting to help. One of the charity's workers told Tulsa World, "We were able to raise the money to replace everything." Within weeks of the theft, by the way, to whoever stole this equipment, go fuck yourself. You're a fucking scumbag, and hopefully you'll be holding someone's pocket inside of an Oklahoma prison soon enough.
Right.
But but within weeks of the theft, when Nichols was saying that he was just barely hanging in, the charity surprised him and his workers with $15,000 worth of shiny new equipment. "You really saved us," Nichols told the charity, according to Tulsa World. "I really thought our company was going to die." As a means of making up for his employees' lost income, Nichols started a GoFundMe page, which has already raised $7,000 in donations. And this was reported, I think, yesterday. I believe that's...
Yeah. No, today. This is today.
Oh, today. Yeah.
Let's
so
see,
as
what's
of
$7,000. Wow. Woo.
Yeah, that's that's another great thing about veteran businesses too, is like, you can get the small business owner. In fact, around here especially, and I don't know about out west, but I know here in especially in New Hampshire, a lot of general contractors, landscapers, painters, framers, those sorts of crews. A lot of times they're just basically they're startup businesses run by oftentimes absolute douchebags. It's all under the table, illegal immigrant labor, works them 10 hours, pays them for 8. Absolute scumbags. This guy, like, he and his company, they just go out and they kill it. They go out and kill it, and then when they get fucked, they like go out and kill it even harder. People help him out, and so what does he do? He wants to like make up the cash to make sure that his employees are set, because that's a badass business owner. I appreciate that. I like that shit.
Yeah. No, respect. That's pretty amazing. Well, shit, man. Cool. That's a lot more cheerful for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot better than talking about Donald Trump or like impending nuclear war, isn't it? It's like, hey, science, and hey, good people are doing good stuff for other people. That's great.
It totally.
Nicaragua's on fire.
And it did for a time totally distract me from the fact that I do have a very real possibility of having Alzheimer's later in life, and I'm a bad sleeper.
Oh,
yeah.
That's why that's a late night show for the East Coast,
Yeah, that's right. That's absolutely right.
It's like we're gonna be. It's like it's the newest thing. Like super chat. For every $50, Jeff will force himself to not go to sleep an hour later. Yeah, there we go. We're running out of death shots, so the best thing we got really is just to sort of cultivate that Alzheimer's.
It'll pay off in 25 years when I start getting really weird.
But then you can rewatch all these episodes and find them funny all over again. I had to do it. All right, let's get the woo master himself in.
Time coils.
Time coils. Do you like this picture of my brother?
I forgot how to.
What? Why the fuck? I'll do it myself because my machine's going into sleep mode.
Yeah. You do that. That'd be weird. Time coils.
What the hell?
Time coils.
I'm
in a dump. I'm in a trashy alley. This is where whores belong. Whores like me.
Did I? Oh, you. Oh, there. Sorry, everybody. We're all kind of new with this.
Yeah, we're learning how to use Discord video things. They can all just stare at my well, I don't call it a dad bod anymore. I call it the freedom bulge. I forgot about that.
Oh, there it is. Wait a second.
Time coils.
Does he have to
I think he just has to hop back in.
rejoin the call, dude? There we go.
We're all learning. Life is about learning. Life is a highway, and I'm gonna ride it all night long.
I guess that did happen.
Gimme, yeah.
Ah, Christ. Hey, how about that? Why, hopefully my machine... Nope. Ah, God damn it. It's fucking banging my microphone around. Big old
Christ.
fat ass of mine, that's right. He got himself a whole ear full of my ass. Shit, where's Oscar? This is getting awkward. Oscar?
Here.
Oscar?
Here, I'll try and figure it out. I think
time coils fucked him up.
Maybe.
In the meantime, while we're going over this, I'm gonna actually just jump back.
Oh, hey. Hey. Here we go.
Thank God.
Ladies and gentlemen, finally, you guys have been requesting it for fucking forever. And finally, we have Oscar on the show.
I am here.
He's arrived.
Hello, guys.
How you been, dude? How's time traveling been going?
Pretty slow. Pretty slow.
It's slow.
Normal. Unintentional.
Normal rate as everyone else.
Yep. Pretty much.
God damn it. Jesus Christ. So wait, what the fuck is happening to my phone? It's possessed. Fuck.
I can fix that for you.
Now, for those who are maybe not familiar, we have actually featured Oscar before as Undersubbed of the Week. Fucking great channel.
Thank you.
He takes you take the banana costume and you just bring it to a new level. Because I mean, initially everyone is like, "Oh, this guy, look at his look at his face, look at how his presentation. He's just like Anissian. He's trying to copy Anissian." And then time coils happen, and everyone's like, "Whoa, no, there is a new banana on the block."
Oh, so, yeah. I actually got my costume before I knew Onision had one. Otherwise, I would probably have not gotten it.
Yeah, and then you'd be, you'd be up in the millions of subscribers and having slap fights with Blair White all the time. I mean, at least on the internet. Yeah. Because, well, I mean, everybody knows you do an ordinary thing. Everybody, if you're in the LA area and you want Blair White, you just got to go and have yourself a little slap fight a little bit. But it's only in true occasions such as in this where you get it live stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
See,
all of that just went way over my head, man. Totally over my head.
Yeah.
that was a
Same
whoosh
here.
moment. That was a no, that was. You got to be an intellectual to understand these kind of jokes.
I have not seen all of the Rick and Morty episodes, so that's probably why.
See, that's it. You gotta check out all the deleted scenes too, and yeah, I mean, you'll get there. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Where's the chat? Where'd the
All
chat go?
So we got to talk about the elephant in the room, though. So we have after hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years of our people traditionally hating each other. You and I have cultivated something of a love affair that has beaten back the hate between the Finnish and Swedish people.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. But I think that could be because I'm part Finnish.
Oh,
That might be why. That might actually be why.
Yeah.
And I'm not totally Finnish. I have a lot of Irish in me too, so it's kind of tempered a little bit, you know. Like my
So we're
grandma.
both kind of mutts.
Yeah. My grandma would not
Oh,
be
that's
chill.
nice.
She would not be cool. She'd be like the most racist little old lady. Well, she's dead, but you know.
Jeff is being disowned by his family from the afterlife right now, and they're like streaming with this Swiss man.
Swedish. Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm so distracted by the French World Cup victory. I can't keep European countries straight anymore.
They won.
No, neither can we. So
Nothing.
it's okay.
Yeah, nothing makes sense. I mean, pretty much, it's all just turning into Algeria anyway. Right.
I don't even know what Algeria is. Is that actually a country? Is that something made up that people just babble about?
Yeah, it's fictional.
Oh, okay. That's just what I fucking thought. It sounded like a made-up fucking place. Like, Jesus Christ. Algeria? Yeah, right. What the fuck kind of name is Algeria? It's like somebody got
honestly,
lazy when trying to pronounce Argentina, and they're like, Algeria. Yeah, sure.
And you know, honestly, Albert Camus is my favorite J.K. Rowling character ever. So yeah, it's all just one big. It's like Narnia, basically. Yeah.
Narnia sounds like a more realistic name for a country than Algeria. Like, fuck off. Come on. I'm glad I was right about that.
By the way, guys, just in case you were curious, there is a link down below to Streamlabs if you want to donate, so that we can get Jeff into a nice Kaplan, Head Start program. We'll start with a map.
Okay.
And we'll
start
with a history book.
I want to bring something up there. And this is I'm gonna have to bring the show to a screeching halt real quick because I think this is pretty important.
Oh man, it was chugging along so well there before.
I have a bone to pick with you, Nick. The last episode of the Drunken Peasants, you were on there, and you were talking about accepting Streamlab donations, so I take HRT.
I mean, that might have happened. It was a long show. There was a lot of things.
It happened.
By the way, if you guys want to see Jeff go on HRT, Streamlabs link is down below in the description.
You know what? Here's the thing. I have a bone to pick with you because you didn't talk to me about it first. Obviously, as a gag, it's pretty funny, and also, like, seriously, dude, great fucking idea.
You'd get your own tits to play with.
I know.
I would donate if I had money.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, and it'd bring down the dick size a bit. That way, it's more manageable. You know, you wouldn't have to like sort of limp around everywhere all the time.
Then you couldn't lift him by the dick, and that would be a serious problem.
That's true. That's totally
true.
Look,
you see, I understand. I understand, and I do understand. I am sorry I didn't bring it up with you before. It was gonna be a surprise. I was hoping that if we got enough money, I could just spring it on you. Like I'd make it out to Oregon next month or something, and be like, Jeff, by the way, take these shots once a day.
Me and Oscar's competitive dick fencing careers will be over.
Yeah, just ruin our careers, man.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's okay to step down from a foil. A little fencing humor for you guys out there.
Oh shit, man. I don't even know. Oh god, they're starting to call me Jess Holiday. Thanks, Dick.
It's like I never thought I'd miss Doc's holiday. Shit.
Yeah. Damn.
Like now you're gonna have to be Jess Tension.
Doc's holiday is a really lazy nickname, isn't it?
I always thought Jeff Holodox would have been way funnier. But
Yeah.
you know, like
You can't. You listen. It's like the tides, though, dude. You can't control them. They're just gonna bring in whatever they have. It's like
Right.
Jeff Smelly Day.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
That's
wow,
not bad.
That's,
That's pretty good, actually. I mean, they do.
No, it wasn't.
They make jokes. They make jokes that I smell bad, which I mean, usually I'd be like, I don't smell bad, but like, yeah, I smell pretty bad today. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, so do I. So you know,
yeah.
we're a team.
That's,
We're a team.
it's the smells.
that's right.
It's the smells of summer. Basically, that's grown men sitting in rooms without air conditioning. It's yeah.
Yep.
Used to be all about riding your bikes with your friends. Now it's about trying to avoid smelling what your friends smell like.
No, that's impossible. I'm actually sitting in a hot room without air conditioning right now, so I know that feeling.
Oh yeah. No, my AC's staring at me silently over in the corner there, like, hey,
What an
hey,
asshole! What an asshole!
how's that button down doing? Huh? Yeah, that leather hat's got to be comfortable, huh? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just chilling here with my Freon.
And I feel your pain because I've worn that exact outfit, not that exact outfit, but a similar outfit under those studio lights, and it's not fun.
No.
Back during the it was like the finished version of the Wiggles. It's like a dated joke and it's like a Dennis Miller level reference, and it didn't make sense. It's a fucking hat trick right there. What more do you want? We've been your YouTube Saints. Good night, everybody.
God damn it. No, so this weekend, actually, I was driving back today, which is why I'm kind of like out of it a little bit today. But I went down there to officiate a wedding for a friend of mine, and it's in fucking Southern Oregon. It's like 105 fucking degrees. It's sweltering hot, incredibly fucking hot. I'm in a black suit, white shirt, black tie, under a tree, so it was a little bit more bearable. Except, it's as if God or Spaghetti Monster, whoever, Scott Baio wanted to fuck with me and made one perfect sunbeam like shoot through the shade onto my right foot, just my right foot. So while I'm mic'd up and I'm like reading this beautiful ceremony that I wrote for my friends to get married, it feels like my foot is literally on fire.
You get a sunburn on just your foot. It's the strangest farmer's tan I've ever heard of.
But my shoe actually, after it was over, I went into the changing room and I pulled my shoe off, and it literally dripped with sweat. Is that fucking gross?
Fantastic. That's fantastic.
Hashtag Jeff Smelliday.
There you go. Stinky boy. Stinky
My ass is actually leaving a mark on the chair. If you want to see that later.
Ooh, nice.
You see, I've come to realize that the reason that in the old days men would wear waistcoats with their white shirts is that because all of the stains usually go down. So it's I'm clean. Trust me on this one. Yeah.
Unless you get like maximum man moisture and it like actually starts to pour through the vest.
Maximum man moisture.
Yeah, well that's why you got to Scotch Guard. You Scotch Guard the inside of the vest so it's hydrophobic, so all of your sweat just kind of like dumps straight into your pants.
Real trick, kids. And if
Hey,
you're
pockets.
we got a lot of
That's
well,
right.
here's the thing.
Hey,
There's a lot of adolescents.
Pack your pockets full of tissue and you're fine. It's good.
Or wrap yourself like just from like your wrists to your ankles in plastic wrap. Just cut off all external sort of senses. Wrap every inch of your flesh and walk around in the sun. Nothing worse that can happen. What, you won't smell bad and you might die. But it's a small price to pay for not offending someone on the bus. Fucking communist.
Oh my god. So I was a total amateur. I actually need to read. I need to read through some super chats. I apologize. We were supposed to do this before we got Oskar on.
Damn it, man! I was
I'm an
just
idiot.
brimming. I was brimming with great material. Please fill time. Read slow.
Fuck me dead. Okay, no, I definitely do. Mysterious Senor Hilter says, so the people behind God's Not Dead are going to do a movie about the Thai soccer team being rescued. How do you think they'll Christianize it? Ooh, that's a good question. Have either of you guys seen God's Not Dead?
I have not. No.
No, but I'm actually friends with the casting directors who cast the movie, and one of them, and it's just a funny little anecdote. When I was on the screenwriting binge years ago,
Okay.
one of the casting directors from God's Not Dead, she does a lot of work with like the Christian sort of hallmarks, entertainment style shit. And I was just chatting with her, like, yeah, no, I've been. And she's like, you ever written like a Christian family thing? I'm like, not really my style. She's like, listen, I know you, don't worry. But they buy them for $10,000 a pop. Like, it took me a week and a half to crank out some. What was it? I just basically ripped off Promised Land, that movie with Jim from The Office.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but apparently, I mean, like, here's the thing: when you look at films like God's Not Dead, and you'll find atheists, like internet atheists especially, like, oh, fuck this movie and fuck everyone behind it. Most of the people behind that movie, it's just cash. That's all they're into.
Man, Jesus. Well, okay, so I got an idea now. I think so. So last week we watched VeggieTales, B-movie, and a bunch of E-fucked. So this week, I think what we should do is we should watch God's Not Dead. But 10 minutes of God's Not Dead, 10 minutes of E-fucked, 10 minutes of God's Not Dead, 10 minutes of E-fucked.
Can we just, how about, maybe we can just call it like the Kirk Cameron movie night, and we'll just watch Kirk Cameron films instead, because, I mean, Kevin Sorbo, it's fucking Hercules, dude. I mean, I might end up believing in Jesus by the end of it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. You don't mess with Sorbo.
Yeah.
He got nice hair.
He does
and
have his lovely hair.
And if there's one thing we know, about media, it's that great hair equals boundless opportunities for everyone.
Well, great hair is the key to Jesusism. Everyone knows that.
Well, I mean, okay. So, did Jesus have kind of superpowers like Samson did?
No. Oh, yeah.
That's why he rose from the dead, is because he had like the very nice flowing hair.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, no. I like to think of it as like, the story of Jesus is ultimately like the story of somebody sort of starting their life over again once their first career ambition failed. Like, he was a carpenter, right? Pretty shitty carpenter. So in an age and day when everything was built by hand, going from being a carpenter to the martyred son of God, it's kind of a lateral move. Yeah, it's a pretty lateral move all in all. I'm pretty sure I made that joke on the show before. It's great. Recycled material. We're all about here. Keep going, Jeff.
We gotta think of the environment, so recycling, yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
like, listen, I mean, we can't keep burying these corpses. Sometimes you're just going to have to nail them to a bit of lumber from Home Depot. Call it a day.
Float them down the river, man. Let them go.
You can make a raft out of them.
Yeah.
just strap a bunch of crucifixes together and have yourself a whitewater adventure.
What? There was some movie or a tale or something where the dude got stranded on a desert island or something, and he like had to strap bodies together to make a raft. If anybody in the chat remembers what I'm talking about, you should tell me.
I know. Well, there was that one movie where Daniel Radcliffe played a corpse, and
Swiss
what
Army
was
Man.
it? Yeah, and that was actually a really charming film. I didn't know, I couldn't make heads or tails of it the entire time until the end, and even then I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch? But yeah, farting Daniel Radcliffe being ridden like a ski-doo is not something you want to miss, and it reminded me, it was very Christ-like in that way.
Well, I totally missed that movie, so I'm gonna have to watch it.
You've got to see, like, the thing is, whoever made that movie is a genius, because They found a way to make a wildly respected art film that's one long fart joke.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
It's fucked too, right? Because you're watching this thing, and then like when you stop, like if you pause it and then you tally up the number of dick and fart jokes you'd heard in what feels like a fucking Wes Anderson piece, all of a sudden you're like, how? Wow. That's some pretty highbrow fart humor right there. Shit.
Sounds like the perfect movie.
Yeah. And Daniel Radcliffe plays a really good corpse. And I'm not even joking there. I mean, like
is he a good farter?
He's got some powerful abdominal muscles apparently.
That's nice. Is it like a range of different toots, or is it like just standard, just fart but unreal?
Well, I mean, the farts are one thing, but honestly, the way they play with rigor I absolutely love because he discovers that like, oh wow, there's a lot of tension in these like muscles and tendons. I can use this as a machine. I can use this corpse as a machine now. And then the whole time the corpse is like, yeah, it's a great idea. Do that some more.
Oh, you need to crack open these nuts? Oh, way to go. Good job, buddy. You know, like it's just the most bizarre thing.
Yeah, it's the best Weekend at Bernie's remake I've ever seen.
Wafflethorpe says, speaking of sleep stuff, we've had a lot of recent breakthroughs in sleep medicine and research. Finding this link between Alzheimer's and sleep may well have knock-on effects for a bunch of other diseases and vice versa. Awesome news. Have some shekels. Thank you very much.
But yeah, that story spooked me the heck out because, like you, Jeff, Alzheimer's is something that's not uncommon in my family, and I also never sleep.
Right. So, like, I hear that, and I'm like, my butthole clenches up.
Yeah. So we're gone in 10 years, Jeff. We gotta live life to the fullest.
That's right. That's why we are taking this year. We're taking the gold home in our competitive cockfencing.
Yes.
You know what? That's gonna happen.
We are grabbing life by the dick, and we're gonna lift it.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Ooh. I just got food. All right. Anyway, Biotech Babe sent us some shekels. Thank you so much, Biotech Babe. Appreciate you. Wafflethorpe. Isn't a dad bod just a father figure? It is. It is indeed. That's pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, you guys are never gonna.
That caught me off guard. That was good.
Oh my god. I just got this amazing meal, but I can't eat until we're done with this show. God damn it.
Nope.
No,
It's okay. I'm sure it'll be just as good cold.
Joshua Hawthorne with $50. Hello from Lachlan Air Force Base. First show in 2 months. It's only fair that I support you after you and Discord supported me through all my stuff. I'll be matching you shot for shot tonight in my dorm. Love you both. You better take a damn death shot. Oh man. OG Mac Mitts. Oh shit, man. Alright, I'm gonna keep reading these for a minute. Jables Boogly with $50. This is for Jonathan Davis to take a death shot to drown. Oh my god! A death shot to drown out the noise of cummies and styrofoam rubbing together the beat of a song written by Sting, and the Steel Panthers also fuck the typies. God damn it. I just had 2 death shot donations in a row.
Yeah, well, so we spread them out. You don't have to take them all at once. 'Cause keep in mind, guys, like, you know, if anything, it'll end up like VidCon, where like the stream just continues on for 5 hours until YouTube cancels it.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take a break from the Streamlabs and I'll pour myself a death shot while we keep hanging out. So
there we go. So Oscar, what have you got? What have you got in the works, dude? You got any like big video concepts coming up? Are you?
I posted a video today.
Yep, sure did.
I haven't. I was working all day. I was actually getting shit.
You should watch it.
I was testifying before Congress. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm preparing to tackle Scientology in some sense, but I'm not decided full in the format yet.
Ooh, you know what? You and I need to talk after the show because I have something kind of similar. I'm not tackling Scientology in a video, but I might be doing an interview related to Scientology. So we'll talk after the show. Yeah.
Well, apparently I'm gonna have to move my schedule up because, like, you know, I'm still friends with that guy who was raised in the church and then left it -1 fucking eye. Still gotta get him.
And Jeff, we still have that Morgellons video we said we do.
I agree. Dude, we have to.
Oh, congratulations!
Hey, it's a boy. Wait, what happened?
Oh no! Oh jeez, Rick! Oh no! Oh fuck me! Yeah, no, we should still do the Morgellons video. I think that'd be funny. I like the I think okay. That was
It's like
on
I'm
my-
gonna get. It's like I'm gonna get to watch what midweek look like to everyone else from somebody else's perspective other than my own.
That we were organizing that on my old Twitter account though, right?
Yeah, I think so. But I think I still have all the documents, so we can
I can
get right back on it.
I can hop back into that.
And I still have that stuff you sent me that I did with the things and the stuff, but I'm still missing memes footage though.
Oh my, the video we've been talking about for like 2 years.
I know. Yes.
Now, fans of the
Wow.
YouTube
Whoa,
Yeah,
that means if we finish that video, you guys will see 2 years ago me still with dreadlocks and like the beard braids. Dude, we gotta do that. I'm gonna harass them.
It's like the YouTube version of the movie Boyhood. It took 2.5 years to get done.
Exactly.
It's and the great thing to it too, though, is that much like the Saints, it's the kind of thing it's only going to get thrown together when somebody finally remembers that they thought they might like to do it, and then they finally get around to doing it.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's right. That's how we started the show for sure.
And it's like the same thing with our merch store. By the way, YouTube Saints merch coming soon. I know you've heard that before, but baby, I swear I've changed. I mean, we're serious this time. I mean,
well, we have somebody else doing it for us.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it'll get done because we're not in charge of it.
That's right. By the way, Anna Hot Hearts is incredible. She's amazing.
Yeah, go buy her art, by the way. She makes really good art, and actually she's the only, I think technically with the exception of like one of those people who like ran one of those kiosks back when we had malls. You remember those things? Malls?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, ancient history before Amazon. Outside of that, I think she might be the only people I know who's actually like made money painting and selling paintings. Like, wow, that work. Wow, really?
Oh, it's pretty rare.
You can do that?
Yeah, I didn't know that. It's like, I mean, well, it's like, you know, I got a book deal, and I'm like, yeah, that'd be great. I love the idea of advance, and they're like, yeah, you get a portion of royalties. Nobody reads anymore.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah. People can't read.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like when
I can't even read.
When I wrote my book, like I tried to pitch it to agents like in the middle of the fucking massive recession America was having and shit. It knocked all the steam out of me. I did want to say though, so there, like through the time I've been doing YouTube, you know, I meet lots of awesome, colorful characters, beautiful, lovely people, but there's something really special when it's not only somebody that I love their face, like you, but also really gives back and has like enhanced my entire experience with really good advice and like teaching things. And your videos on the one specific video that you did about doing audio as a YouTuber, like that video is like responsible for an increase of quality on my channel by like 5 times. So thank you.
Oh, that's really flattering.
Yeah,
and I'm glad you got something out of it.
Well, it's, you know, a lot of it is because, you know, these concepts, there's not really like a rule book for how to do YouTube. And these people who work in the profession, you know, usually they've like gone to school or they had like a mentor or something like that to teach them all the ins and outs.
A lot of film students and film grads too.
Yeah. But like a common layman who's you know, going from like just whatever he has around the house to like prosumer kind of shit, you know, there's no easy access. So it was because you did that for me, which is why I did some of the videos on like equipment and how to like present and, you know,
the OBS, the OBS tutorial, which actually I've even spoken to a number of people who've said like, yeah, man, I'm actually like gonna start producing videos now because I watched Jeff's OBS series and I feel like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
well, that's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I saw some of your tutorials, Jeff. I think it was the audio one or maybe audio and video. Either way, it was good.
Right on. Yeah, I just I really like paying it forward in that way and like and kind of doing for people what other people have done for me. Like I remember Irate Bear, who I love Irate Bear. He's a very sweet guy.
Good people. Good
Yeah, he was having trouble figuring out how to do like green screens and some OBS stuff with green screens, and so
Fucking
like
nightmare.
he was like, yeah, I don't know how to do this shit, and I just sat down and I fucking recorded an 8-minute video, and it's still on my channel, but it's unlisted, and only one person's ever seen it, and that's Irate Bear. I'm like, I'm just gonna make him a fucking video. Fuck it, whatever. Let's just do it. And
it's I mean, and it's a trick. I mean, it's a funny and tricky thing, but it's a fun thing too because I kind of covered this in a video I did recently when I was talking about media and how you know, oh, we got this whole abandon the old, the new, and all that shit, right? One of the things, Oscar, have you ever seen? I think maybe I've asked you too, Jeff. Have either of you ever seen the documentary Side by Side?
No, I don't think so. No.
Really
No.
interesting doc. It was produced, directed, and done by Keanu Reeves, and it's all about the switch.
Oh no, I have seen that. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
going from film stock to digital. And one of the interesting things I loved was the question that he posed is like, is this a good thing? And you got like Scorsese and like all these big directors weighing in all the different opinions. One of them being, well, part of the thing is that, because everything is cheap and everyone can do it now, the artist gets to make their brilliant piece, but you have to wade through like endless oceans of shit to get there.
Yeah.
But it's funny though too, because when you realize like if you have a green screen, lights, camera, mic, and a copy of Adobe Premiere and enough fucking like processing power, you can make a film. Like you can make a proper film.
Very true. It's probably gonna suck, but you can make it.
Oh, it's probably gonna suck. But the funny thing with it too, and anybody who watches my channel especially has seen like the evolution of understanding how chroma key works. So I'll shoot a video of my shitty little apartment here, and it'll be like, okay, I'll sit up on a stool, so I'm well lit. Oh, I'm well lit, and I have a giant halo and pixels everywhere. Okay, I'll sit lower. Hey, the green screen's perfect, yet now I'm lit from the top, and I look like I'm 62.
right.
Fuck. What am I to do? Yeah, but to see people, I mean, like it's funny. Dr. Randomer Cam, one of my favorite YouTubers. Period. Yeah. Like his shit is hilarious, and I've been he was one of the first YouTube channels I got into. In fact, he and back in the day, it was like him and Sargon kind of inspired me to start making videos. Now I'm making videos. I've got my chroma key. I got all that shit, and I'm seeing Mike just like struggling. It's like, Mike, half your body's disappeared into the background. Shit.
I used to struggle.
Be better than me, man.
Yeah, I really used to struggle with the green screen because when I used it, I have a really tiny one, so my arms and hands were always outside of the actual screen, so I had to like mask my fingers like every minute when they moved outside, and it was hell.
God, yeah. I mean, well, so the whole thing that I got here, I mean, I could show you guys and I could show everybody in the audience really, really quickly. Like what I got going on here is just it's just poster board like stapled onto the wall of my garage, but it's by no means perfect. There's so many different things that I could do to make it a million times better. But it's all like little tips and tricks.
But it does get the job done.
Yeah, it gets the job done. But the one thing that it's always about though is Jesus, Nick. The one thing it's all about is lighting. 100%.
Oh yes.
So
110% lighting.
I'm sorry, I had to have fun with that's the second time I've ever used the green screen I built. And if you want to build one yourself, by the way, if you have a copy of Premiere and lights and you're making videos, legit big flap of cardboard and a bunch of green construction paper. All you actually need.
I think I was 16 when I first had like a chroma key setup, and what I did was like I painted one of my walls green, and then I had like one photography lamp, and when I did the chroma key, either I disappeared completely or the wall was green, so it didn't work at all.
Yup. Oh yeah. The whole thing of it too is like you have to make sure that there's that stark ass contrast, and that's really what makes it work. It's a pain in the ass. Oh my god. I've been groaning and wincing. So something happened. Nick was there. Something happened before the show.
I was listening.
Right.
I wasn't there.
We were getting the show set up. We were in the call getting ready for the show, and I hear, "Hey, baby," and I look over, and in the doorway is a naked wife, and I'm like, "Hey!" And I went charging over to go and give her some smooches, and my dumb ass slammed my kneecap directly into the edge of the door. So I'm over here in a lot of pain, but the death shots are actually really helping.
Yeah,
So,
see, that's
I'm
actually
thankful.
that's actually the same situation Henry Cavill was expressing he was afraid of in GQ. He's like, I don't want to approach women because I might smash my knee into something.
Shut the fuck up! Oh my god!
That's the roots. That's the roots and heart of the Me Too movement. It's basically just a bunch of shin kickers at this point.
Oh. All right.
It's like a fucking field hockey game. Do you get it?
I get it. So I want to do something fun here in a minute. I'm gonna send you something, Oscar. Hang on. Let me switch over here. Okay. And I gotta grab this. This is gonna be fun. I'm curious if you're gonna be into this idea or not.
How open-minded are you, and do you have a stockpile of Preparation H?
There we go. So I sent you something there on Discord.
Okay, I'm gonna check this out.
And while you check it out and see if you'd be willing to read that for us, but while you check it out, I'm gonna catch up with these real quick. November Mind says your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries. That's true, but don't bully. Jables Boogly also congrats on the marriage of Sorete Kuche and Nonsensical Mecha. Hey, you know what?
Oh yeah,
Pinky's up for the fucking Saints family getting married.
The actual now, I just need to check because memory, my memory over the last year is not great. Now I do know that was this meeting facilitated by our community? The fact that they were.
I don't think this one was. I think they both came in as a couple.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because I know we have had one couple spawned from our
like two
bizarre
or three.
Discord.
Like 2 or 3.
Well, one that I'm aware of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we've had but so this is nice. See, this is the thing. If you're lonely, come and join the YouTube Saints Discord because you never know when you'll meet that future spouse who will make your life so wonderful you bash your knee into the corner of door frames.
Right. Yeah.
Before the divorce.
Brought it all back around. Yeah. No, it's gonna be great. Yeah, it's like gonna be fucking divorce. The divorce settlement's just gonna be a straight up business of well, I'm taking the house, but Jeff, you can keep the arrow.
Did you hear about that, Oscar?
No.
Okay, there's an arrow in my wall right over there.
Oh,
yeah.
What happened?
Jeff, you need to cut that clip of you firing that arrow and let that be one of the new Streamlabs gifs.
Oh yeah, I'm designing us an actual video intro for the show. I'll have to make sure I put that in there. No, I was high as fuck on painkillers because I had a horrible ear infection doing the show. And Nick is talking to somebody. I'm just spacing out and shit. And I look up and I'm like, oh yeah, I have a compound bow. I grabbed it and I grabbed an arrow. I'm like, bam! And just shot it 2 feet into my goddamn wall. I'm like, oh
into
no.
the wall of his garage, yeah.
What did I do?
And it was there. I mean, is it still there?
Oh, it's still there. It's still sticking through the fucking. If you go outside, you see a fucking arrowhead sticking out of the goddamn house.
So you cut the inside part off.
No, I broke it because I was trying to pull it out.
Oh.
I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna get that thing out. I have no idea.
That would have been a real estate feature. When you guys eventually move on and get your own house, when the real estate agent's like, "This is a lovely home. Do you like outdoor sports?"
Comes with its own arrowhead.
Because you can apparently do them indoors here.
Yeah, they're gonna love me.
They're fucking hunting and stalking and hunting an innocent garage. What are you doing?
He was coming right for me. What am I gonna do? November Mind says, I cut down trees, I skip and jump, I like to press wildflowers, I put on women's clothing and I put on women's clothing and hang around in bars. I think he's making fun of the fact I look like a lumberjack right now. So that's
well,
okay.
I mean, he's doing such.
Sexy.
Yeah, but he's also doing so with a Monty Python reference. I mean, fucking hats off to you. Actually, I can do that. Hats off to you, sir. Wow.
Mysterious Senor Hilter, YouTube Saints branded Deathshot glasses. We've been wanting to get drink and like drink container style merch for a while.
We were actually looking at them before too. Because you guys all remember my beer days when I was a beer critic, and I'm still tight with all the brewers around here. Every brewery always creates their own custom glasses. The only problem that we found is that if we made them, we'd have to order them and then ship them
ourselves.
And as you can kind of tell, we're not really good with that sort of thing. Oh, by the way, Jeff, actually, because before it escapes my memory, the only one I remember, I was supposed to ask you like 3 questions from Drunken Peasants last night. One of them, though, is somebody wants a hat.
Somebody what?
So, somebody wants a hat.
Oh, is somebody missing a hat? I haven't sent them a hat yet. Oh.
Yeah, so we'll get that sorted later.
Okay.
But the other one, I think, I can't remember the other one. I think the other one was about you going on HRT.
Oh, yeah, probably. That's fair.
Yeah, we should make that happen.
Hey, once you do, man, you could take that role. Scarlett Johansson just abandoned shit.
We'll do 2 more real quick. Giovanna Liviana, tell Rimshi and Jables to respect their elders and tell Rimshi that legalism is shit. Respect your elders, and I don't know what legalism is, so I don't know. But then
apparently it's shit.
Mysterious Senor Hilter sent $50 through Super Chat. I don't normally do this, but I'll do it to help rehab your knee. Death shot. Fuck. Okay. I've taken one. I owe you guys 2. I'll do one now. Did you get a chance to look at what I sent you there, Oscar?
I did.
Would you be willing to read some of our community's beautiful prose for us?
This brings me back to elementary school. I can try.
There's so many ways to go with that, Oscar.
Yeah, I know. I know. So you just kind of make of that what you will.
It's like a Marla Singer line. Holy shit.
Yeah. I guess I could try a few sentences, but do keep in mind that reading things and speaking at the same time is not one of my strong suits.
I'll tell you what. Do you have a? I don't think you have a copy of it open, do you, Nick?
I can open one now because I actually have to go and get my computer working again.
Yes, you should grab it. You should grab it, and then we'll take turns reading this because we need to support.
Now, you know what? I mean, here's the thing. All right, you know what? Because our boy are into this, and yeah, I mean, I will actually give the dramatic reading everybody wants, and I want to see ones in the chat if one of those death shot $50 will instead go to pay for this.
No, it's too late.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna bring it up, and I will give the dramatic reading that has been requested.
Let's take.
Should I start us up?
Yeah, you start.
Yeah.
Do you need some time, Jeff?
Proceed.
Okay. Hagrid moaned in pleasure as his hand explored the contents of his trousers. He sat in a large chair in the corner as he watched the scene taking place on his large bed. It was midnight, and the grounds of Hogwarts were usually silent, save for the occasional swish of the whomping willows branches as it chased small animals and birds. Kermit and Miss Piggy were kissing passionately over the bound and bent over the forms of Gonzo and Animal, while Dr. Teeth and Electric Mayhem played soft, bluesy instrumentals in the other corner of the room, giving the space a sensual ambience that made Hagrid even more aroused.
As they continued kissing one another, Miss Piggy and Kermit both let their hands slide to caress the soft, felt buttocks of their willing love slaves. Animals squirmed in anticipation and made noises against the gag that was strapped around his head. Gonzo likewise was gagged, and his large hooked nose was buried in the pillow as he held still for Miss Piggy. Slowly, Kermit and Piggy pulled away from each other and began to explore the outer edges of their slaves' orifices. Their holes were large enough to fit a grown man's arm in, and the soft material excited them both beyond imagining.
Hagrid was making more noise, furiously pumping his hand up and down out of sight and wrist deep in his pants. Dr. Teeth hummed in his throat as he played his keyboard with his eyes closed, savoring these delicious moments that he and his band were so privileged to be a part of and accompany with their musical talents. Miss Piggy pulled her bag out from behind Hagrid's bed, producing 2 identical strap-ons that were easily 10 inches long and wider than her arms. She helped Kermit with the first, kissing his chest as she finished buckling the toy around his waist. She quickly donned hers and moved into position behind Gonzo, giving him a wicked smile as he looked back at her with wide eyes. Animal began to chant, "Yeah, yeah, yeah!"
Jesus Christ!
through his gag as Kermit took his place behind them and next to his beloved. As the music rose in pitch and as the pounding of Hagrid's fist began to increase in intensity, they both entered their respective submissives, filling them up with their rubber latex skirts. Miss Piggy began to pound Gonzo with a fury while Kermit took his time, sliding his strap-on slowly and deliberately into Animal's furry felt cavity. Gonzo began to scream and moan against his gag as Animal continued to beg for more against his. Miss Piggy, realizing she had a far more tantalizing, willing subject for her angry, penetrating thrusts, shoved Kermit aside and continued her frantic pace on Animal's willing and inviting hole. Kermit moved behind Gonzo and resumed his slow, methodical movements. Gonzo continued to moan, his bound wrists relaxing a fraction as his new lover showed him the care he had been denied under Miss Piggy's attentions.
Oskar. Hagrid was on his feet now. Pants around his ankles as he moved his... Fuck.
Fine, you're fine.
Yeah. As he moved to the edge of the bed, still stroking himself, he waddled to the edge near Miss Piggy's awkwardly. I warned you. I mean, English is the second language.
It's good though.
Makes it so much better.
Yeah. Miss Piggy awkwardly as he was nearing his climax. Just as he reached the edges, Hagrid came. Arcing ropes of thick vitality shot across the bed, coating the 4 objects in his voyeuristic desires as they continued to ravage each other. Miss Piggy went wild, grabbed Kermit's neck and pulling him into an even deeper kiss than before as Hagrid's seed continued to splash across the 4 of them. Hagrid stepped back, legs quivering as he walked backwards to slump in his chair again. He looked on. It's
You got this. Home stretch.
He looked on in spent ecstasy, marveling at his fortune as Miss Piggy and Kermit continued to dominate their charges long into the night. The music of the band playing smoothly as they dripped with the lustful fluids the generous host had provided.
Okay, my favorite part, maybe this is just me, but arcing ropes of thick vitality shot across the bed.
Yeah, that was something else.
I feel like I won the fucking lottery getting to actually voice Animal for once.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I think that we could probably say this pretty confidently. If anybody out there wants to write some really fucked up erotica, try and do it like 3 to 4, maybe 5 pages long and whatnot. Send it to us, and maybe we'll just try and get some guests to read it with us, because that was beautiful.
Eventually, I mean, like our big hope, and we're in negotiations with his agent now, but is to get Ben Shapiro on to do erotic Muppet Babies ASMR for you.
Oh, that would be amazing.
And the thing was that Miss Piggy looked up at Amos E and said, "I don't know if it's correct, but I mean, Amos was just like, don't worry, it's fine. Like the laws are what's wrong, and the laws are wrong. But all I'm saying is that, like, liberals just don't understand what Miss Piggy was desiring at that moment." Yeah.
But what I really want...
I am so hard.
What I really want you guys to do is get Alex Jones on and have him read erotic Kermit stuff.
Ooh.
Preferably homosexual Kermit stuff.
Right. Just get him to read, get him on, have him read Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life. Like, no, I've been pretty sure Shrek is part of the gay agenda from the beginning. He's just out there trying to turn all the frogs and the children gay, which is why he's a cartoon and green.
We've got the documents right here.
Oh shit! This is my divorce settlement. Fuck. Never mind.
Oh man. Oh Jesus Christ! Everybody wants me to die. Holy shit!
This fucking show has taken more turns than an Italian highway.
Okay. Oh wow. Yeah. No. It really. This is beautiful. I gotta read some of these to catch up. Because November Mind, YouTube Saints dating service. That's true. We're at your service. Jables Boogly, several relationships have spawned from the Discord. I'm even in a relationship because of it. Fuck yeah, dude.
We all listen, Jables. We all know about the Lesser Saints of Discord, and we're all very proud of you. The Supreme Court upheld it. There's no going back. So, what? Really? Nothing?
I don't know.
Fuck! God damn it.
Jay Caesar says, I used to be a saint, like you, then I took a door to the knee.
Oh, we're gonna see some brilliant art out of that.
Oh, please. Oh, man. I did, like, I fucking, like, you know...
Oh, I heard it, dude. I thought you, like, somehow, like, had a patch of black ice in your garage or something, because all I heard was, like, bang! Oh my god, are you okay? And then I didn't immediately hear you say yes, and I'm like, all right, Oscar might like to co-host the show if Jeff.
Yeah, it was bad. I had a Peter Griffin moment. Like, sometimes you get hurt and you just crumple. I didn't crumple. I instead, like, ran. My pain reaction was to run, and I just ran into the house going, and then I fell onto the couch and did that.
For far too long, to a point where I legit wondered, like, because I didn't know you'd hit your leg or your knee or shin or whatever, but when I didn't see you come right back, and when I didn't hear you say I'm fine or anything like that after Mems was like, are you okay? I was legit like thinking, I can't run. I could kind of run the show myself, maybe. Oh, he's probably dead. He's probably it's a garage. Probably cracked his head open on the pavement. Bunch of brain matter all over the place.
Probably.
Memory Mem's just looking down like, what the fuck?
Maybe next week.
Maybe next week. It's like we can only hope.
Well, see, the nice part
Oscar's really bucking for a co-host position. He's like, I'll learn to use my green screen and everything.
Oh yes.
Well, I mean, the nice part is like if I'm permanently crippled because of this, our competitive cock fencing can still go on because you pick me up, so I don't need my legs at all. In fact,
that's true.
We probably perform better in the competition if I just got my legs cut off.
Just string him up by his dick, like, haha, I don't feel anything. Shit rips off. You're like, whoa, I still don't, but yet strangely I feel shame now.
I slapped my knee. That was really dumb. Rhino says, stop copies me. Sorry. November Mind says, you need to do a YouTube... sorry to fucking slur. Jesus Christ, these death shots. What the fuck? You need to do a YouTube Saints dating service. I'm single and only a saint can please, as has been told by birth mother. Fair. That's fair. Creepy McSteezerson, buy some tacos or some shit. Thank you very much for the 420, bro. Oh boy. Limbo, been a while. $50. Join me in my anguish at Croatia losing and drink a little death with me. I'll be nice to say only 25 towards it. Okay. All right.
It's like I want you to do it, and it's gonna happen. But
right.
I'm just gonna put a little seed money in that hat.
Because I still owe one shot so far. Breadmaster PBJ says, traps be nimble, traps be quick, calls you gay, and sucks your dick. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Let's scroll up here. Oh, fuck me. Oh, no.
Didn't we set a limit? Didn't we set a limit, though?
Antonovich, $50. Jeffrey Tits, you still look thirsty. How about another death shot? Chug it, motherfucker. God damn it. Okay.
I'm pretty sure we established that we were setting a limit for these things, though.
It was supposed to be 3, but I'm gonna have to do 4 tonight. But no more. Like, I owe you guys 2 more death shots, but after that, no more.
Yeah, at this point, honestly, if you guys really want to, like, you know, get some like heinous shit going on, you go ahead. Like I'll say $25. I will read any bit of horrendous fanfic porn literature you want, as long as it doesn't get us demonetized.
Well, at least I'm definitely not gonna feel my knees soon, so that's good.
And Jeff, in the future, you should do every other shot glue, because they'll patch up the also right away.
What the fuck? Glue? A shot of glue?
And trust me, I'm a healthcare professional.
He's right. He is from Europe, and that is where World War II happened. He knows how to treat. They all know battlefield triage.
Yeah.
His grandmother even said one time when the Nazis were coming through the country here, Poland, right? Poland, yeah. When Nazis were storming through the neighborhood, your grandfather treated his drinking habit with American superglue. You know,
is he gonna be okay?
No, he'll be. That's a really relative question, Oscar.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny.
Jeff standards.
Yeah, well, there's like a point in which, like, for a while, I'm thinking like, oh, Jeff's taking his shot. It's good to be quiet. He's gonna go off camera for a while. Better fill up the airtime and not let dead air happen. But then I'm like, wait, no, everyone deserves to hear.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I think
he's quiet now. Yeah, it's probably.
Well, he probably had. Oh. There we go. He went to dash off to the bathroom to expel what he ingested and ended up running into the door frame again. I hope you guys appreciate this, though. Like, while Jeff's suffering through the death shots, I'm here suffering through Pabst Blue Ribbon. So it's kind of equivalent.
And I'm just warm.
I don't want my suffering to go unnoticed. I too have experienced loss. How does it? Well, no. Here's the thing you've missed, Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so glad you had the vacation, so you were like the timing was perfect.
Yes, finally.
We've been wanting to get you on the show forever, but it's become kind of a running theme. It seems where people will pay money to watch Jeff hurt himself. And then they'll pay money so that I can treat myself to things. And I'm really kind of okay with this arrangement myself, personally. I'm sure Jeff is too. Well, at this point, I don't know if he's capable of forming opinions about anything.
Thrilled.
But yeah, that's what's kind of thing. Like, you know, open up, like Jeff opens a P.O. box, gets a bunch of dildos. I open a P.O. box. I get a free vape and computer monitors.
Oh, that's amazing. I meant to send Jeff some time coils, but since I make no money, I haven't been able to do that yet.
We need, that needs to be a GoFundMe to just get Jeff the time coil set, and just like you can send it yourself with a note saying, "Do not plug this into the mains." But then a $50 super chat will happen, and who knows after that.
Yeah, then I'm gonna be the new co-host.
Well,
holy shit! Oh my god.
He's been planning this the whole time, dude.
Oh, yes.
It's like the entire production of Napoleon Dynamite was nothing more than Oskar trying to set the stage so he could take over a mediocre late night show that no one watches.
I'm a crafty bastard.
Oh man, what a fucking
How you
weird-
doing, Jeff?
Man, you know what? I'm ready to watch a video. You guys ready to watch a video?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's. So we're this is our undersubbed of the week. You might be familiar with this guy. He kind of hangs around in some like shady parts of the internet.
He really does.
Yeah, it's really fucking shady. I mean, like this is basically this is like, he's the guy you meet in that dark alley. And our undersub this week nominated by Oskar here, and very, very much approved by the YouTube Saints, is none other than our good friend Staggerson Jagz.
Yeah, let's do it. You have the My Circle open, right?
Yes.
Ah, sweet. Let's do it.
Mr. Atheist, I'd like to just start off by saying my granddaddy weren't no motherfucking monkey. Alright? And I find it personally insulting that you suggest such a thing. That my granddaddy was swinging from branches and throwing his feces at other monkeys. How dare you disrespect my family?
Emmett Weasley.
My granddaddy weren't no monkey. Alright? He weren't no goddamn monkey. Have you ever seen a puppy dog give birth to a kitty cat? Have you? Mr. Atheist? Mr. Smarty Pants Atheist? Have you ever seen a puppy dog give birth to a kitty cat? You have not,
I haven't.
have you? Because they ain't the same kind. A puppy dog gives birth to a puppy dog, and a kitty cat gives birth to a kitty cat. You don't see no crocoduck running around.
It's the stairs that get
You
me.
don't see no half chimpanzee, half kangaroo bouncing around. You ever seen a half koala bear, half narwhal? You ever seen one of them? Don't happen. That ain't the way it works. It don't happen that way. If you ever seen one of them, then maybe I'd believe in evolution. You show me a monkey give birth to a narwhal, then I'll believe in your evolution.
Narwhal.
I want some of
Until
those
then,
drugs.
I trust Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. I believe in Jesus. If I didn't have Jesus in my heart, I would be out there on the streets. I would be killing people. I would be robbing from little old ladies. I'd be knocking over the liquor store.
Again?
I wouldn't know what to do. What would I do if I didn't have Jesus tell me what to do? How can you go through your life without a moral compass? It's like you're set adrift in a sea of sin. And you don't have the Holy Bible guiding your sails. You got to have Jesus in your heart. How else are you going to know what to do? You got no guidance. You got no moral compass. How can anybody know the difference between right and wrong if they ain't got no Bible telling them? How can you know? There's no way of knowing.
Mm-hmm.
I sure as hell know I wouldn't be able to know the difference between right and wrong if I didn't have the Bible tell me what to do. Y'all atheists, you don't believe in nothing. You believe everything came from nothing. But nothing created everything, and everything came from that. Well, that don't make a lick of sense to me.
I wanted to edit on a fucking. There we go.
I swear to God, the only thing that could make this kind of video better is if he had like too many jump cuts yet still had the pauses.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Hi, y'all atheists. Now, Staggerson Jagz, he's been a regular in our. She's been shitting up our chat since we began. Regular contributor, supporter, friend of the show, and I had no idea he was a naked ginger man.
No, he's a naked ginger man, and he's a solid dude for a ginger.
Well, he looks pretty solid. I don't think too much passes through him.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe some Kentucky whiskey.
But I swear to Christ, I mean, how many do we have watching? 4 or 5 people.
162.
162 people. I want to see at least. I want to see Staggerson Jagz utterly staggering around, bewildered about the fact that he has at least 100 new subscribers tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm bringing out my finished part and I'm coming after them.
That's right.
I just materialize a knife in my hand, and I'm just gonna.
Yeah, the Finns are known for their Liam Neeson skills. Of finding people. And
I have a particular set of skills cultivated over many years.
I have a particular set of skills cultivated after many years, compressed by time coils. And
I can't use my Swedish part to find people. That wouldn't work.
No. Yeah, well, I mean,
hurdy. It's not.
You just go and find people, and then you give them free housing. That's fine. But I was fucking genuinely, fucking happy when this nomination came up, because it's unfortunately rare that we get to really promote people from within our own community as nominated by guests like this. And yeah, I mean, Staggerson Jagz, go and subscribe to him and tell him you tell him that
we want to be inside him.
All up inside him, and tell him that your narwhal is pregnant with many giraffes right now.
Yeah, and the most beautiful thing about that man is that he loves the Yeti more than he loves the Bigfoot, and that's very important to me, because the Yeti is close to my heart.
That's pretty rare. Like a lot of people are all about the Bigfoot. Some people are all about the Sasquatch.
Yeah.
The Yeti. He doesn't.
Joe Rogan. Yeah, Joe Rogan needs to actually bring Staggerson Jagz onto his podcast so that they can discuss the finer points of the Yeti and why Joe is wrong.
Yes,
Joe's a big Bigfoot fan, as you can tell.
Then it's not a very smart guy, because.
No, but I mean, you can only have Jordan Peterson on your podcast so many times until you just submit to the Bigfoot mythos.
Yeah. All roads lead to Bigfoot.
Okay, I'd like to
listen. You gotta clean your room and take your watch off before you go filming your Bigfoot documentary.
Wash your penis.
I would like to make a request. If somebody does decide to send us some erotica, can we please have some Yeti erotica next week? That'd be good. I'd appreciate that.
Don't. That's heresy, man.
Oh, come on.
I was really hoping you were gonna go with something, because I'd totally read in the voice of Jordan Peterson like
Dave quivered. Dave's fragile Jewish buttocks quivered as the lobster's claws reached around his waist and began
Kermit.
to position himself.
It's the same thing. It's the same.
Yeah, that's true.
Same fucking thing.
That's true. I'm sorry.
What are you expecting? Some Gary Oldman shit here? Goddamn.
Let's see.
I'm genuinely worried I actually just inspired an entire new genre of erotica. It's like intellectual dark web porn.
Oh yeah.
And then Ben Shapiro's quivering asshole longed for the touch of fucking Brett Weinstein's
my god
supple member.
Oh god, no! Come on, man.
Happy nightmares, everybody.
Thank you.
Sam Harris's wet and long, slick tongue deeply explored the puckered asshole of Dave Rubin's supple man pussy. So Giovanni Liviana says, "Accept Crom, you vile redneck. Only Crom can guide you out of your slave morality." Anime Moon says, "This week I found out what would happen if Quentin Tarantino took the movie Osmosis Jones and turned it into an educational comedy anime. It's called Hataraku Saibo or Cells at Work. I promise you there is blood in every scene. Oh.
We will actually, here's the thing, if we're going to do Saints movie night, because it was so much fun trying to expose you to things like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Jeff, I think Saints anime night might be a thing.
No.
I think do a porno night.
No, we can
That's
flip
every
back
night,
and forth.
baby.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
we
that's
can. Well,
true.
here's the thing: we can flip back and forth between anime and porn to the point where when we go to e-fucked, it'll be like at a certain point, it'll be sort of a break from abject horrific degeneracy.
Yeah, it will be a smooth
Like-
transition.
Oh my god! The worst thing that happened was she shit all over that guy. There wasn't an octopus in sight. That was great.
So, we have a send off tonight. So we're gonna go ahead and move to the cringe before we get to that. While we're goofing off and having laughs and the jokes and all that sort of stuff. So our cringe of the week. I had to rip this and put this on our.
No, you didn't. No, this was available. It's just a video we found. We had nothing to do with it. It's got this material. This material is completely intact, and the owners of the material have nothing to say.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. No, but I needed to pull it off of Twitter because otherwise you guys wouldn't be able to hear it. So
Yeah. Now, if you've ever wondered, like, you see the Twitter profile now this, and you wonder what the most appropriate way to introduce yourself and say that word is, you say now this, and then you punch yourself in the dick.
all right, so this is the cringe of the week. Here.
Remember, we got
This person has been cast in a trans role again. The latest in this age-old casting trend is Scarlett Johansson, who's reuniting with her Ghost in the Shell director to, once again, erase a marginalized community. She'll play Dante Tex Gill, a real-life trans man and massage parlor owner in the movie Rub and Tug.
Okay, let's stop it so we don't get DMCA'd. But also, I want to point out that Middle here has Frankie Muniz is really has a lot to say about Scar Joe's performance. Apparently,
That hasn't happened yet.
now. Well, I know, but like we need to keep interrupting Frankie, otherwise, like, you know, we'll never see a dime on this video.
Oh no, there's too much in this fucking death shot.
Oh no.
Oh, there.
See-
That's good. That's fine.
You might like to think Jeff is taking this death shot because he made him to, but no, he's already viewed this video and he knows he needs to prepare himself.
I haven't seen this yet.
Oh shit, it's so inane.
This person in a trans role.
Oh, go ahead.
I have a question about what we just saw.
Yeah.
What minority did she erase in Ghost in the Shell?
Japanese people, they don't exist anymore.
Like cyborgs?
They're all the Japanese, like as soon as that movie came out, like they all just turned into to white people from like Germany and shit. It was insane. All the Japanese people disappeared as soon as she played that role.
But you know the story of Ghost in the Shell, Oscar. So I think I see your point. Please, by all means, go for it.
I mean, she plays a cyborg. I mean, what kind of minority is that?
Please explain and expand upon this. She plays a cyborg.
She's a fucking cyborg.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, the cyborgs aren't a real minority. Could be wrong, but I don't think they are.
I think Mark Zuckerberg would like to disagree, but
that's true.
Yeah, no, this is I love this because like now this we can always they're like the laziest salon out there. Like Salon, at least they pay like shitty bloggers to write terrible articles. Now this is like, hey, let's pull some weirdo off the street and ask them if they fit in one of certain categories. No, we'll just shoot a video with them. There you go.
Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna start playing this and take this fucking death shot.
Is and always has been a problem. Allow me, a trans person and culture critic, to break down why. For one, it deprives trans actors of work. Cis actors have far more advantages and access in Hollywood than trans folks do. There's no shortage of unbelievable.
It deprives them of work. Oh my god! think about the starving trans actors in Hollywood. All of those unfulfilled transactions. But wait, no, I'm getting lost with the terminology here. No, I love this shit though. It's like it's as though like trans people deserve work for being trans. It's like, well, do you do Meisner or Stella Adler? No, I just I'm just trans. Oh well, fuck me. Oh my god, that's as method as it gets. You've been playing something that you were not naturally for your entire life. Please, here, have a movie contract.
I don't really have a problem with this part, actually.
I don't have a problem with it. Here's the thing, like I like the idea of and here's the funny thing, and I'm gonna spoil basically my next video on it, but like this whole issue right now, have you guys seen Orange is the New Black?
Yeah.
Bits and pieces.
Yeah, well, there's an actor in there, and I use the word actor because actor defines somebody who isn't an actor. It's a fuck actress, irrelevant fucking term. But no, the bull dyke one. I forget the character's name. The really macho, gruff, bullish dyke one, right?
Okay.
Fucking brilliant fucking performer. When I watch the show, like her scenes are like my favorite scenes because she's just such a fucking badass. Looks the part, could play the part. But all of these activist types, right? All of these people who are upset about the fact that an A-lister was cast in a role that would have otherwise been a big box office draw for a humanizing story about what is honestly a fucking really cool sounding story. This is a 1970s trans man hustler, pimp, who ran a fucking brothel. Bad motherfucker.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Oh, god damn, yeah. I love the idea of asses in seats and eyes on screens for a film like this, right? Yet whenever I ask all of the upset activists, not going to name names, but let's just say that Twitter's been exploding with some familiar faces, really righteously shaking fists about this shit. Not one of them could name me a trans actor who should have been cast in the role, even though I had one, not even trans actor, it's just a lesbian actor. But yeah, not a single person. I mean, I would love to see Frankie Muniz give me like should Laverne Cox play this person who looked like a young Mickey Rooney? Yeah, I mean, should we do that for inclusion? Get fucked. Now this, eat a dick. But continue.
What?
The thing, the video.
Oh!
Yeah, we interrupt.
Who never get the chance to play or even audition for trans parts that go directly to more famous cis leads. But there's another huge reason cis people shouldn't play trans, especially right now. It has harmful consequences in the real world.
Hang on. No, hang on.
Where trans and non-binary people don't have the same legal protections and human rights as cis people. And we're trans—
Where? Well, fucking where?
How?
What rights?
How?
We had to go over this.
What?
We had to go over this with feminists. What rights are you lacking?
It's like it's like that whole thing where people are like, hey, guns have more rights than women. No, they don't. No, they fucking don't. You don't need a fucking license to possess a woman, because you can't possess a woman because a woman's not an object, a woman's a person.
Because the world is gone to shit, you know?
Literally all the basic human rights that are obviously perpetrated throughout all the West are based on personhood, on a person being an actual fully functioning, cognizant human being, not a human cis being. There is no point in time where we're actually writing out the Bill of Rights. They're like, yeah, we want all these basic human rights for everybody, so we all have this. We're all on the same page as long as they're cis. Yeah, no, they didn't do that. That has never been done before. There is no specifically trans exclusionary shit either. It doesn't exist. This is dumb. This is stupid. Like, I get you want to have more trans people in Hollywood. Me too. That sounds great. Let's do it.
Laverne Cox is a fucking badass.
Dude, she is. She absolutely is. We're
I mean,
starting to get spam.
Not just a badass, but I mean, Oh, that's cute. Somebody else had nothing to do tonight.
That's
Thanks for coming. We appreciate you coming to the show, and we hope that we hope you enjoyed it. That's fun. But getting back to the point here, and
Yes, let's get back to this.
Yeah, we got some badass mods, but even with that though, I mean, I'd say like the thing I can't fucking stand is these people would rather see what would have been a fucking badass story told. And I mean, I looked into the history. The name of the character is Dante Tex Gill, right? And I mean, trans person in the 70s. Yeah,
right.
That's when you had to be a badass to pull it off, because people legitimately fucking like hated fucking trans people in those age. It was the thing, right? So that was and not only that, but to be a pimp and a fucking hustler the way he was. I want to see this film. I could see this playing as like some really strange version of like Blow. Remember, Blow is a great movie.
Blow was a really good movie.
Yeah, Boston George wouldn't be a fucking name outside of coke scenes were it not for the fact that Johnny Depp played the person. But now this, if it gets made and they bow to the pressure, and we find some random trans actor who may get awards as a pat on the back. First off, that diminishes their fucking performance. And anybody who if a trans actor gets cast in this role, it's not because they're a great actor, it's because they're trans. Even if they are a great actor, that's not going to be the fucking point. That diminishes the performance and the fucking skill that fucking actor has to bring the role.
Sure.
But at the same time, if it gets made, it's going to be an art house fucking flop because it's not going to have the fucking box office draw that Scarlett Johansson is going to offer it. So you've taken a story which is going to humanize a trans character, and you basically blown it clean out of the water just so you could thump your chest and let a fucking preteen bitch to you on Twitter about it, and you can all feel good about yourselves. Congratulations, you set the trans movement back far enough to the point where you can once again bitch about people.
What do you feel about this, Oscar?
Honestly, I'm somewhere in the middle about this whole thing. Like, I don't have a strong opinion either way. I guess I'm mostly agreeing with you, but I do see, obviously this video is exaggerated and really quite silly, but I do kind of see what you're getting at.
You know what I think they should do? This is what I genuinely think Hollywood should do. If Hollywood is like super on board with wanting to be more inclusive of trans people, take roles that are meant for regular cis people, find those trans actors and put them in those fucking roles.
Oh, yeah. But also, I think something that we shouldn't forget in this case is that no one actually made Scarlett Johansson drop out of this. I mean,
she did it of her own volition. She did. Yeah.
I mean, these people, they used words that we can agree with or disagree with, but ultimately it was her choice. Like, no one made anybody.
Well, it was probably actually more like a committee decision because
I'm guessing so. I actually heard a rather interesting theory about this. Is that they did this to basically create free marketing, which is actually cynical enough for Hollywood.
I don't know. I think there's a few too many steps involved there. When I say committee, though, because I mean, well, when I say committee, because I mean, if you look at what her publicist's reaction was, right, the statement that came out when the uproar first began was, please direct your outrage towards Felicity Huffman, Jared Leto, and I'm always forgetting his name, but the actor who he's in he played the dad, he played like the grandfather in Arrested Development, Jeffrey Tambor. Yeah, all of these actors have portrayed like portrayed trans characters brilliantly. Jared Leto winning awards and shit in each case. And it's kind of funny because like in this it's almost one of these things where like the representation argument, it's just so hypercharged with each little victory as it perceives that it outpaces itself to a point where it becomes a parody. Because Jeffrey Tambor, Felicity Huffman, and Jared Leto portraying the characters as they portrayed them did an honest job, and they humanized the living shit out of something that unfortunately a lot of people have trouble accepting about other human beings. And when you see them humanized on the screen, it's a great way to actually like maybe check some biases. And yet now we're gonna get this story because, like I said, Dante Tech Skill is a fascinating fucking character.
Yeah,
and
I guess you can look at it two ways. And first of all, I don't really have a problem with the representation argument. Like I kind of get that.
Sure.
But also, if I'm gonna play devil's advocate here a bit, because like I said, I don't really have a too strong opinion on the subject.
Sure.
But like the concept that an actor who is not something playing like a particular thing and not being that thing being offensive, that's not like a too strange of a concept, because we already do that with like surface ethnicity. Like we wouldn't have a white person play a black person because most people would find that rather offensive. So I guess like I see the point, and I also see the counterpoint to that being that, you know, more people will probably see a trans person represented, because actors, they play pretend. That's all they do. That's their job.
Yeah, that's literally their job. Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm just kind of smack dab in the middle, because I honestly, yes, I do see both sides. They do have points.
I see both sides, and I wish, you know, and part of me wishes like there was a trans actor who could, you know, be that kind of a draw. Honestly, if they get, Leah, from Orange Is the New Black, if they got her, because too, and if you compare the actual images of what Dante looked like the actual Dante, and motherfucker dressed like a gangster, you know, 3-piece suit. And when I cracked a joke about look like a young Mickey Rooney, but looks like a fucking young Mickey Rooney. You compare that to Leah from Orange Is the New Black. That's a fucking fit. Except this is, I mean, the problem I have isn't even so much the question itself. It's the nature of the outrage. It's the nature of the activism. It's not about making a good film. It's not about a good representation. It's not about any of that. It's about an easy excuse to get upset about something so that you can thump your chest in public and make a point that nobody cares about. When in
that's
fact,
probably true for many people.
Yeah, I mean, this is the question I've been asking routinely: is like, name me a trans actor who would fit that role better, right?
Like, is it that kind of the point that we don't have any trans actors because they don't get much screen time?
Well, there are plenty, but the thing is do you want, I mean, like, you know, we're supposedly still in this like early fucking Stone Age where we're just learning to be accepting, right? Mm-hmm. Supposedly trans people are being killed every day, even though the statistics, the data, and the numbers do not fucking pan that out. But it's a nice talking point, so we'll let them have it, right?
Right.
But, you know, we're hearing this shit, and we're growing. You know, the society is thankfully becoming, I dare say, more liberal in the sense that it's becoming more accepting. It's becoming more open to, you know, people expressing their identities the way that they feel they are. And there's, you know, discussion and debate to be had about the definitions of such. Fine. But as far as muddying the waters goes, getting upset about an A-list actor being cast in a role which would have humanized and promoted a character who shows, you know, and when I say humanize, this is one of those, like, you get a badass trans character, like a badass trans character that people will fucking love. Yeah, you're gonna fuck the movie up. You're gonna take away the box office draw. You're gonna take away the eyeballs on the screen. So you can feel that you've achieved some victory? Because that's what, I mean, if you look at the trans trender, the fucking progressive activist scene on Twitter and online, especially the ones who really stirred up this ridiculous dust up, they're taking a victory lap. They think they won some great victory somehow by making a movie that would have actually created possibly one of the first genuinely lovable trans characters in that nasty sort of movie sense where you got a badass character. They took that, and if this thing ends up as some like art house film, I'm gonna watch it. If it gets produced, I'm gonna watch it either way. But you watch. I mean, this is going to end up the kind of shit most people see on Netflix because they're bored and they ain't got nothing else to watch. It's not going to be something that people go out to see, and that's the activists shooting themselves in the foot so they can say, "Look at what they made me do."
Right. Well, it's a complicated issue. All things.
Oh, but
It really is, yes.
Well, we got to move on. I
Yeah.
do want to say though, anybody who is right now, if you have Instagram, go and follow Memory. She's so close to 1,000 or something.
1,000 followers on Instagram. Yeah, she's super
Yeah.
close, super close. Rhino says support your creators on Patreon. YouTube is shit. So we've had a pretty stern stance when it came to Patreon and this show. Me and Nick, we talked about it quite a bit, and we always like the idea that when we're doing the show, if our performance is good, then we get tipped out. But at the same time, historically speaking, people are constantly like, why don't you have a Patreon? I can't always catch the show. I want to tip out or tip out this. So we're considering it. If you guys have any strong feelings about it one way or the other, by all means, get a hold of us. Let us know what you think. Because
Jump into that Discord.
Yeah, by all means, jump into the Discord because our Discord's awesome.
Yeah, and there's loads of porn, but it's not just porn. Promise.
Yeah, there's tasteful porn on top of the regular porn, but we'll respond to how the community feels. So it's your guys' show, probably in many ways even more than it's our show. So thought we'd let you guys know that. Let's go on to, we got a memorial we're gonna do tonight. So this right here, this very brave little boy. This is Garrett Mathias. Also known as the Great Garrett Underpants.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I want to read a little bit of this for people, but unfortunately, Garrett here endured 9 months of a lot of pain, more pain than probably you or I hopefully will never have to experience in a battle with cancer. He lost that battle very recently. In fact, it was about 9 days ago. But there's this brilliant profile where they asked him questions and he gave some answers, and I thought we'd read a little bit about this. When asked his birthday, he said, "I'm 5 years old. My address is I'm a bulldog. My favorite colors blue and red and black and green. My favorite superhero is Batman and Thor and Iron Man and Hulk and Cyborg. And when I grow up, I'm going to be a professional boxer." Skipping down a little bit further. The things I love the most: playing with my sister, my blue bunny, thrash metal, fuck yes, Legos, my daycare friends, Batman, when they put me to sleep before they access my port. Things I hate: pants, dirty stupid cancer, when they access my port, Niels, and the monkey nose that smells like cherry farts. This kid, man. I do like the mint monkey nose, like at Mayo Radiation, and that one guy that helped me build Legos. When I die, I'm going to be a gorilla and throw poo at daddy. Do you want to be cremated or buried? I want to be burned, like when Thor's mommy died, and made into a tree so I can live in it when I'm a gorilla. Do you want a big or a small funeral? This is what he said. Funerals are sad. I want 5 bouncy houses because I'm 5. Batman and snow cones.
Oh my.
The parents will honor his final wishes by having a celebration of life. They will have a symbolic Asgardian burial ceremony and fireworks just after sunset. The private burial of his ashes will be held at a later time once his parents figure out how the hell to get his ashes made into a tree and locate a nature preserve so his tree resides in a protected area. I'm gonna take the GoFundMe link. I'm gonna put in the link in the description here. But what a fantastic little boy. And cancer's a bitch, guys. It's one of the worst things in the world. And this absolute fucking rock star held on as long as he could. And if there's one thing we take away from this episode, aside from our Muppet erotica, me and Oscar's upcoming competitive penis jousting.
Yes.
And my impending liver cirrhosis. Maybe we should we should make sure that we a little bit take the great Garrett Underpants with us in our thoughts. After
Yeah,
the
that kid, as he was dying, had a greater appreciation for life than most of us ever bothered with.
For sure. That was an amazing little dude.
Yeah. You will be missed, Garrett. The world's a darker place without you. I wish I'd known you.
Pink is up to you, the great Garrett Underpants. Pink is up to you, buddy. All right.
On that somber note, I suppose. We got anything more to go through?
Let me check real quick. I want to make sure. I want to put this in the description real quick. So I'm actually gonna kind of right underneath the Undersubbed.
And I'm sorry off the top of my head. I can't recall right away. If I was at my computer, I'd find it. But thank you to the Moon Jew on Twitter who gave us this, because it's one of those melancholy things. Like, you can't help but be sad as fuck that this awesome kid is dead, but at the same time, you can't help but be fucking happy as fuck that he existed at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much exactly what I'm kind of feeling right now.
Absolutely. Well, Noble Yeti says, here's your tip. Don't take any wooden shekels. I think that's probably a good idea. I'm not really very familiar with wooden shekels, but yeah. All right, well, I think that's pretty much it. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been your YouTube Saints. Go subscribe to Oskar Jungell. Go subscribe to Staggerson, Jagz. Pinky's out for the great Garrett Underpants. And you'll see us again right here every Sunday. Every fucking Sunday, 7:30 Pacific Standard Time, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, and Thursdays on Twitch for our midweek show.
That's dedication.
We might even end up having to testify before Congress again.
Maybe.
It all depends. All depends on what Joe McCarthy and Louis go. So,
all right, you get the last word there, Oscar.
Go grab life by the dick and lift it.
Yes. Good night.